हाय एवरीवन, आई होप यू आर डूइंग वेल। सो आज हमारे पास एक नई लीड कोड प्रॉब्लम है। सो टॉप के फ्रीक्वेंट एलिमेंट। सो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द प्रॉब्लम, ओके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू गाइस दैट अगर आप इस वीडियो में आपको थोड़ा भी इंफॉर्मेटिव लगता है और आपको लगता है कि आपके नॉलेज में कुछ थोड़ा सा भी इसमें ऐड ऑन करा है, तो प्लीज़ लाइक माई चैनल, सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल एंड शेयर विद योर फ्रेंड्स जो डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड एल्गोरिथम्स जो अभी स्टार्ट करा है, जिन्होंने पढ़ना और ठीक है, और जो प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं इंटरव्यूज के लिए। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द क्वेश्चन। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव अ क्वेश्चन, टॉप के फ्रीक्वेंट एलिमेंट। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम क्वेश्चन की स्टेटमेंट देखते हैं, हम कंस्ट्रेंट देखेंगे, देन उसके बाद हम अप्रोच की तरफ आएंगे। ठीक है, सो हमारे पास एक गिवन एरे है दैट इज नम, उसमें इंटीजर्स है केस। ओके, सो हमें क्या करना है, रिटर्न करना है के मोस्ट फ्रीक्वेंट एलिमेंट्स। ओके, so let's discuss with example. Okay, so we have an example, we have a given array, okay, of the length 6, okay, and the k value is 2. So what it say, we need to return the k frequent elements, means two frequent element in the array. So if you see closely, we have a 1 how many times, 3 times, and 2 how many times, 2 times, and 3 is 1 time. Okay, so we can say the first frequent element is a 1 and the second frequent element is 2. So in return output we have 1 and 2. Okay, same for the example 2, we have a 1 and k is 1. So first frequent element, that is 1. Okay, and there is two constraint. Okay, if you see closely here, there are two constraint here. The first one is k is in the range 1 comma the number of unique element in the array. But what it means that k cannot be exceed than the unique elements in the array. Okay, so k value cannot be exceed. The second one is, so the output, the granted answer, it is granted that the answer is unique. So whatever the answer we have a unique element in that. Okay, okay, so and the last follow-up we need to solve this question in a big of and log n. Okay, so how we gonna approach this question? So let's discuss one example and then we will code. Okay, so we have a question now. So this is our we can say our example one input. Okay, so we have a 1 how many times, 3, then 2 and 3, and k is 2. So first of all, what comes in our mind that we need to count the frequency of the each value. So let's suppose if I'm using hash table, or we can say dictionary in a Python. So what I'm going to do, sorry, so I just make we can say dictionary. Okay, so out of that, so one frequency how many times, 3, then two frequency how many times, 2, then three frequency, that is 1. So this is our dictionary. Okay, so it will take how much time, order of n. Okay, to make a dictionary, because we need to traverse from starting to the end in the array to make the dictionary, so that it will take order of n time complexity. Once we have a time complexity of order of n, so now here we are using a bucket sort. Okay, what is bucket sort, I'll explain you. But okay, so okay, let's suppose हमारे पास how many elements in the array, given array, that is 6. Okay, so the जो हमारे पास output array होगी, उसमें max to max कितने elements हो सकते हैं? Only 6, not more than that, because एक element अगर 6 टाइम भी आएगा इस array में, तो frequency of that element is 6. Okay, so that is 1. Okay, so max to max वो how many times, 6 टाइम आ सकता है, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं आ सकता. So array can be, okay, so we are making a extra array. Okay, so we are making an extra array. Initially let me make it like this. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I am taking the array of length of array plus 1. Okay, this is our extra array. Okay, why I am taking length plus 1? Because the indexing of the array start from 0 and it will go till n plus 1. Okay, 3 4 5 and 6. So okay, so what I'm going to do, I will traverse into the hash table. We have a hash table. Okay, so whatever the frequency we have, let's suppose one have frequency 3. Okay, so we gonna save this 1 in the index of 3. Okay, So there might be the possibility there are two elements have the same frequency. So we need to make sure that we save that element as an array in that particular index. So let's suppose, I'm just hypothetically, if I'm taking, there is a 5 also, that is also 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save 1 and 5 at index 3 as an array. Okay, so by default I'm making an array of n plus 1 size, which each index of the array contain an array. Okay, so if you see here, we have a 1. How many times? 3 times. Okay, so I'm gonna save 1 at third index as an array. Okay, sorry, sorry. Okay, uh, how many times? 1. Okay, now 2, how many times 2 come here? 2 times. So I'm gonna save 2 at index 2. And how many times 3 comes here? I'm going to save 3 at index 1. The rest of the right array are empty. Okay, so we not including the 0 here. Okay, okay, it's just for the extra space, but we are not including. So once we have an array, okay, so now we need to just traverse from the right to the left side. Okay, and if we get any element, okay, we need to just append that element in our we traverse that array and append all the elements at that particular index in R. So first of all, this is empty, this is empty, this is empty. So it will go at index 3 and it's there is a 1, so it will append 1 here. So we can say 1 here, then it will go further, then it will append 2 here. Now after for each iteration, it will check whether the length of our output array, okay, equal to k. If it is equal, then we need to break. We don't need to move further. Okay, if not, then we will move further. So once it append 2 now, so now our output length is 2. So k is already 2. Okay, so it will break, it will not move further, and at the end we're gonna return this. Okay, so this is the approach. So let's code it and we'll see. Okay. Okay, so first of all I need to do one thing. I just need to, okay, so what we are going to do, so first of all we need to take a frequency, we can say of frequency of array. Okay, so frequency array बना रहे हैं हम, ठीक है. So हम, if you remember, मैंने बताया था कि हमें ये लेनी है, there is array and each index of the array contain an array. Okay, so for index, for I in range, we can say that, so length of nums, sorry, plus 1. Okay, so this is our array. Once we calculate the array, now we need to make a hash table. We can, if you remember, that is hash table. Okay, so okay, so what we're gonna do for it, we go iterate for each element in num. Okay, so I'm going to save count. Okay, count of element equal to count dot get. So it will check whether that element is already exist in a dictionary or not. We can say the count dictionary match table. Okay, if it is, then it will return me the value. Otherwise by default it will return me this not exist, so it will by default return the 1. Okay, plus 1. Okay, 0 plus 1. Okay, it will make our hash table. Once it hash table is built, then we need to iterate in a hash table and key value pair. So for I, we can say n comma c, n for the number, which number in the array, and c is the its counts. Okay, the 4 in we can say that how count dot items. Okay, so count dot item return us a we can say a tuple, we can say. Okay, so we tuple that have a number, key value pair tuple. Okay, so for items, then we gonna see frequency of c equal to what, dot append. Okay, frequency of c append, what we are going to do, n. Okay, so what I am doing here, so if you remember, once we have a hash table, okay, so we gonna now we gonna save that hash table in our frequency array. If you remember, at the particular index, if let's suppose one is we can say one has count 3, so it will save the count. C is the count. Okay, okay, it is save frequency C frequency of index count. Okay, that is 3, and save append what append that that is n, that is 1. Okay, so that's the thing. And once it done, now we make a result array. Okay, output basically we are output array. Okay, so now I'm going to do for I in range, and in range what we are going to do. Okay, what we going to do now, if you remember, we need to start from the right to the left. Okay, so length of we can say frequency, and now -1. Okay, so frequency -1, and then it will go till we can say 0. Okay, okay, once it done, now we know that each index have its array, so we need to check whether that any element exists in array. If it is, then we need to traverse that array and append that in our result. Okay, so for n in frequency, we can say the frequency for each frequency of ith index, because we are checking. Okay, if it is exist, okay, okay, then we need to append that n in that frequency. Okay, once it's append, now हमें check क्या करना है, there is a, we can say, when we need to stop. Okay, that's the thing. If you remember, if the length of the result array, which is our output array, is equal to k, it means that we have our k frequent elements in our result, so we don't need to move further into the left. Okay, so if we get the length of result, okay, equal to k, then we need to return a result. We don't need to if it is not, then we need to at the end return result. I hope you understand. Let's run this code and see if there is any error or not. Yeah, it is working fine. Okay, so so what is the time complexity of this question? Okay, so if you see, so here we are making a dictionary which is order of n. Here we are appending in the frequency, that is also order of n. Okay, so here we are just traversal from right to left only once, that is also order of n. Okay, so time complexity is order of n, and the second thing is we have the space complexity, that is also order of n, because we are using of extra frequency of the same size of the length of the array. Okay, so this is the solution. I hope you like it, guys, and please share with your friends, and thank you.